welcome to Wow Tips by Ice Lighting. So Darkmoon Faire is back again, and I was talking to somebody recently and they said, why do I bother going? And I said, alts, professions, and they were like, I'm max at Dragon Isles, why would I go back? They didn't actually know that you can still get skill points in past professions from Darkmoon Faire. So, for example, if you finished with the Dragon Isles ones, it will back to the one you next haven't finished. So, Shadowlands, and if you've done Shadowlands, it will go back to the BFA ones, and so forth backwards until you run out. So it's a great way to catch up on professions on alts, especially if you haven't already done them. So I'm not going to go through them all in case you don't know where they are. So we'll start with the ones that everyone can do. So first is the cooking. You will need to bring 5 simple flour with you. There is usually trade supplier right outside the portal to the Darkmoon. Make your way to roughly the middle and you will find the cooking vendory type person. This one will have the quest, which is putting the crunch in the frog. So as long as you have your flour, you don't need to go anywhere. You now have a crunchy bag of frogs that you just click and it covers the frogs in flour, and then you click on them and it throws them into the pot behind him. So nice and simple. Once you've done all 5, obviously you just hand that in. So it's the same vendor that will then give you the fishing one. So you just accept the quest and make your way to the dock. Just fish 5 times. It's like a guaranteed drop per fishing. And once you've got all 5 fish, just make your way back to the vendor and hand in. Next up, the Archaeology one is another one that everyone can do if you've been doing Archaeology or if you want to start it from scratch. Basically, you will find this one roughly here. You will need 15 fossil fragments, or at least you will if you're Alliance. I'm not entirely sure if it's the same for Horde, but the fossil ones, it's one of the many different types that you can get. So make sure you're looking for the fossil dig sites. So once you've got 15 fossils, you just hand them in and you will get skill points in Archaeology. So next up is mining. Make your way to this area here and you will find the guy that does the shooting gallery. He will ask you to go and find bits of Tonk scrap. So they're scattered all over. Just hand in those 5 and you get mining points, which, you know, is useful, especially if you are behind on that as well. So jewel crafting, you will find this one behind the cooking and fishing vendor person in this little camp at the back. So for this one, you need to find pieces of glass scattered around the camp and change them into gemstones. So you'll see them, they are lit up all over the floor. Obviously, once you've got a bunch of them, or wait till you have all of them, you click on your quest marker thing and it will turn them into sparkling gemstones. Once you've done all 5, you hand it in and you will get your skill points in Jewelcraft. Next up then, this one is for tailoring. You will need to take some coarse thread, some red dye and blue dye, just one of each, and then make your way to this person right at the entrance. This one will tell you obviously you need those pieces, just accept, and then if you open the quest, they will have given you a banner kit. Click on that as long as you have those items and it will make a banner. You then need to put it in a pile of stones. There's one right next to them, so as long as no one else has used it, you can just click on that, make your banner, and then you get to hand it in and there are your tailoring points. Really, really simple, really useful. So next up then, Enchanting. Make your way over here and you will find a mystic type person, and this one will do the enchanting. So for enchanting, you need to find weapons on the floor and you need to DE them. You don't actually need to DE them with DE, you actually just have to click on the quest item thing again in your bar. So either collect all of them, then DE them, or DE them as you find them, it doesn't matter. You will end up with the dust either way. So you can see you just click on it and it turns it into the dust. So hand that in and there are your easy points for enchanting in whichever skill level you are up to. Next up, we're going to do the blacksmithing. So all the way down here by the animals, you will find the blacksmith quest. So this one, again, you don't need anything for this one, just accept it. And a lot of people don't realize there is an anvil right around the corner over here where all the jewel crafting and herbalism and stuff is. Just stand next to it, click on the thing, you've got to create the 4 horseshoes, and once you've got them, head back over and you will now need to just shoe the horse. You don't have to shoe it 4 times, you literally stand next to it, open your quest thing, click on it, and it does all 4 at the same time. And the horse does a cool little dancey thing. Anyway, hand that in and you are done.
Have a great day now.
Next up then, we are going to do the inscription. This one you will need some light parchment. Again, you can get this from your trade supply person right outside the entrance to Darkmoon, and it's back over by the mystic person. And for this one, as long as you have that, you don't need anything more. So take the quest, and then you will need to get the herb supplies out of your bag. So click on that to open that up, and then click on it again and it will start creating the fortune cards that you want to make. So once you've made all 5, you just hand that in and that one's done. Next up then, we're going to look at Herbalism. It's the guy behind the cooking trainer again. For Herbalism, all you need to do is go around and pick flowers. So again, this person is right here, and the flowers are lit up. They're all over the floor. You can see them around here. Obviously, if people are picking them up, you might not see them directly where I am seeing them. But once you've done all 5, you just return it, and there is some easy Herbalism points. So next up then, this is our Alchemy. Now this one, you actually need to go to the innkeeper, not to the trade supplier.
What can I do for you?
You will need 5 of the moonberry juices. So once you have that, make your way into Darkmoon, roughly around here, and you will find a vendor that will give you the quest for alchemy. So this one is about combining some liquids, obviously, because alchemy is that. So accept the quest and then speak to the exact same vendor again. They're the one that has the item you need. Don't buy the wrong one. You want this one here. Just one set, as long as you've got your 5 berry juices, you just click on the cocktail shaker and it will make them. So you obviously need to do this 5 times, and once you've done it 5 times, hand in, and that's another easy bunch of points.
Be careful.
Next up then, we are looking at engineering. So engineering is over by the target shooting person again. You want to do the talking tonks, and what you're basically doing is repairing the tonks that are around that apparently talk. So there's a whole bunch of them literally right next to him. Just go over, repair them. You don't need anything to repair them, and that's easy points. So leatherworking is the final one that takes quite a bit. You're going to need 5 coarse threads. You're going to need 10 shiny baubles, and you're going to need 5 blue dyes. Again, you can get them all from the trade supply person, which should be right near the portal. So once you have them all, obviously make your way to this guy here, the shooting guy again, and he will give you a quest called Eyes on the Prize, and this is basically you're creating the prizes for the fair. So nice and simple, you press accept and then you just open up your quest. You will see a bag, click on the bag and it creates the first toy. So you just repeat that until you've done all the toys and hand it in. So there you go, easy leatherworking. Now skinning is the last one I'm going to do, and this one is the guy that does all the jewel crafting, herbalism, everything. Speak to him and all these things appear on the floor. You only need to do 4 of them. Once you've done the 4, hand that in, and there is your easy skinning points. So I hope you found this video useful. As always, thanks for watching, and subscribe to see what else I'm up to.